You have a new record, you have a new video, and you have the next 2.5 years of your life planned?
I do, which is so good because I'm a Virgo. I know where I will be on Christmas in 2011.
Yeah, but is that good that you know where you'll be that far away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me, it is.
The best part of this job is the busier you are, the less you have to live your own life, right? You can just kind of fill it up with work.
Yeah. No, I live my life on the road. Yeah. I'm a gypsy. It's
perfect. Did the prince ever call you back?
Comfortable.
Did the prince ever call you back?
No, no one ever calls me back.
Well, once he called out his manhood for trying to prove you're a man.
I did not.
You had to know that was going to happen.
I thought that was a pretty fair letter. I think the letters I write are kind of fair.
Do you write a lot of letters?
I do. I wrote one to the Queen as well about the fur hats for the guards. Yeah. I've written one to Anna Wintour of Vogue magazine. Yeah.
How did you get that spot? How did you get to be the person who does this?
My dad.
Yeah.
Everyone called my dad Mr. Cause.
Is that really?
He was always fighting something, but guess what? He got stuff done, and that's why I work with PETA, because they get stuff done. A lot of people don't agree with their practices, but they get it done.
Let me ask you something. As somebody who makes their living as a performer, as an artist, as a singer, as a songwriter, and all that, what do you want to get out of this whole thing? Like, what do you want out of this?
Well, I kind of already did all the things I said I was going to do when I was a little girl. Be famous, piss people off.
Yeah, you must have been a real treat at 12, huh? You would have been real fun.
Now, I used to be angry at the world. Now my anger is very focused. I would like to leave a footprint, and if I can help inspire other people to be individuals and stand up for what they believe in and be who they are, then I did my job.
Did you have to grow into that? You know, when the fame came and the money came and all that, and just all of a sudden Pink was a brand, you're somebody else. Did you have to learn how to do this with it?
No, because I wasn't making money anyway, so there was nothing to... There was no carrot, like, well, if I be quiet, I'll get more of that. There was no carrot. I was like, all right, well, I'm not getting paid anyway. Who else can I talk to? So...
Did people in your record company or in your management ever say to you, just...
When I first signed, I was supposed to take media coaching and etiquette classes.
Were you My Fair Lady? What did that...
I thought the etiquette classes were an insult to my mother. I tried the media coaching, and after 5 minutes, he left. He was like, I can't help her. He was like, now tell me how you feel. I'm like, oh, today's fucked up. And he's like, well, wouldn't you rather say it like this? I'm like, well, why? It's so much quicker and to the point if I just say it's fucked up. He was like, yeah, I can't help her at all, ever.
How did that make you feel?
I was like, yes. Na 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 na.
I am actually incorrigible. That's how I feel. So you get this record. Obviously, your career has gone just fine. Thank you very much. Just as someone, the songs you write, you knew that once you wrote about your breakup and then put them into video, that when I was like, okay, well, so you write about the breakup, that's one thing, and I walked, and there's Carrie in the video. Thought, what is she doing? You know then that's going to be the next 2.5 years of your life.
Well, I sort of forget that still. I sort of, day one of promo, I was like, I might kill myself.
Because that's all people talked about?
It was all of a sudden 5 albums and whatever else I've done, good and bad, and I'm reduced to a relationship and a soundbite. And yes, it's totally my doing. I'll probably do it again. But yeah, the perfect part is that the honest truth, regardless of what anybody sees or hears or thinks, is that the real truth and what's going on is actually we're really good. So it's good. Everything's really yummy.
Was it your idea to put him in the video or his?
It was definitely my idea.
Did you have to
But he's a good
him?
sport. It didn't take a lot of convincing. He hadn't even heard the song before he showed up. That's how much he trusts me.
Yeah, in retrospect.
I was like, just play lines 2 and 7. Skip 4, 3, 5, and 10.
But when the thing about an artist who puts their actual life or parts of their actual life into their art, you have this neat thing where it's not about the media anymore. Every night when you get to go on stage, you get to sing them.
Oh, yeah.
And I wondered are you the kind of person who, do you know, like, are you into the lyrics you're saying when you say them, or are you just caught up in the moment and the lyrics aren't as important?
It's all about the lyrics. It's always about the lyrics. Even, what, 7, 8 years later, Family Portrait still brings me right back. And it's a way to force me to be present, and I like that.
So is it catharsis or is it just self-destructive?
Both. It's great. It's like group therapy. I work through in 2 years I'm going to be fine.
And then you put on another record and you won't be fine.
Well, other things will happen and I'll just be a mess again.
Yeah, but I think that's...
I can't wait.
But a lot of, though, I mean, a lot of stock is put in trying to get better, and I don't really understand why. I mean, there's no such thing as closure in this world. Why not just embrace who you are?
I agree. It's a roller coaster. I like it. I'm strapped in.
You know what my favorite part is? Can we just show the song? It's like,
my help button?
You have a help button tattooed on your arm.
It doesn't work.
You tried that?
I literally sit like this sometimes. Anybody?
Anybody?
It doesn't work. It never did.
Tell me about the PETA thing, because we talked a bit about it off the top, but it got to a point where you actually... You know, you had a no-fur policy in this club in New York, and actual celebrities, including P. Diddy, couldn't get in.
Yes.
That must have gone over well with him.
I never got that call either. It's, you know what, it's totally worth it. I can't even believe that people still wear fur. My thing is this, yes, to each their own. If you can sit down and watch a video on how your animal is being skinned alive, and it's left with its eyelashes alive, and it's in so much pain that it can't even make a noise, and then you can put that on your back when you don't need to, and there's Stella McCartneys of the world are making even more beautiful faux fur. If you can do that and you're that kind of person that can live with that choice, then do it. Go for it. But if you're doing it blindly and ignorantly and not paying attention, oh, I know it's bad, but if I just close my eyes, it'll go away. That's what I'm not into.
And you must love Sarah Palin and the guns and the Alaska and all that.
Love it. So good. You know, so 2008 and exactly what we need.
The conversation, the conversation surrounding Barack Obama when he got, and you heard it with a lot of the political pundits with that, you know, African Americans, is there a pressure to vote for the first black candidate? And the same question was had about Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Do women feel the same pressure to vote for the first female candidate? And I wondered, even though this is not the first vice presidential candidate as a woman, but still in this world, Sarah Palin, is there that same kind of, like, is it the same thing to you? Is there a pressure there?
Absolutely not. There would be if she was a feminist in some way and stood for women in any way, really.
But a lot of women actually do support her, though. But a lot of women do support her.
From what I'm gathering, I'm needing more people to pay attention to the policies as opposed to the sex or the race. She's not like we're thinking, oh, cool, someone to come behind Hillary. If she's a woman, let's be feministic and vote for a woman, and that woman is going to take all your rights away. It's going to be awesome. And my thing is just read up on your policies. My favorite was the girl Joy from The View, I think her name is. She made it, she's much more diplomatic than I am, a much more eloquent speaker. She said, I just don't, ladies, do your research. I don't personally want anyone in my uterus that's not invited.
It's a reasonable point, isn't it?
To me it is. It's like, good point, Joy. Yeah, I just have major issues with her policies and her politics and her experience.
Will you get out there and campaign on behalf of Barack?
I feel like I kind of am. The album came at a really good time.
Are you comfortable with Barack Obama? I was watching the Democratic Convention. There was this moment where he did all the things that seemed new, and then he just said a lot of the same things that seemed like a politician. He did the whole Jesus thing again and all that.
I watched all 22,000 debates between him and Hillary, and I was a big Hillary supporter, but at the Democratic Convention, that's where he got me. I literally stood up and I was like, I'm in. I get it. I'm in. Totally inspiring. And sometimes inspiration is what is the most important thing, is what we need to get moving. And our country needs to get moving.
Do you want to borrow the fur coat that we had in the opening of the show?
No, thank you.